What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Now, I'm Alex. In this video, I want to discuss if Mafia 4 will release before GTA 6. Now, I've wanted to cover Mafia 4 a little bit more in videos. I made the one video just basically talking about having a discussion of the news that it's probably real, right? That it's a real thing coming out. And it did rather well. It surprised me. I thought it was going to be a pretty low-viewed video in the grand scheme of our channel, and it absolutely was not. So, here you go. Here's more Mafia 4 stuff. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. But I did want to take the opportunity to talk about the game because here's the deal. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know enough about Mafia 4 to make videos discussing gameplay or story or like stuff like that. We don't know enough about it like that. I'm also not the biggest fan of Mafia in the world where I can just go off in theories and discussions about past games and future games. So we're not going to be able to get that kind of content, at least right now, from Mafia 4. But one thing we can discuss is its closest comparison, its brother that it probably doesn't like very much, even though its parent company Take-Two owns Rockstar, is GTA 6. Is Rockstar Games, I guess, in general, right? And the question is, we know from the leaks, I guess, now depending on how much you want to believe the leaks, that's completely up to you, but we know that they're at least targeting a 2021 release. Now, again, I mean, you can read all the leaks. It does sound, from everything that they've said, from, you know, when prototyping began for this game, the internal struggles that have happened with this game, all that kind of stuff, all sounds about right from what we've heard from other things as well, you know, so I do believe it. I believe 2021 is a good time, and I've always said it as well, is I look at 2021, I mean, you can look at it in general as it's the first full year of these brand new, you know, these next-gen consoles. So yes, while October, November, even maybe the first week of December of 2020 is going to be it's going to be a super exciting time for games. Not every game in the world is going to be able to release on next-gen in that a month and a half span, basically, right? Games may come out before the consoles come out. I know PS4 did that last time, so maybe that happens. But still, you're giving yourself a month and a half, and you can only buy so many games. And while, yeah, we are used to having console generations come out and really not much to play on them. I mean, even the last console generation, there wasn't a lot at all that you could actually play on it when it first came out. So yes, obviously a lot has been done since then, and I feel like we're not going to have that problem this time, but the truth still remains, not every game is going to be able to come out, and in fact, I think most games won't come out. There'll be a couple standouts, maybe, and third-party standouts, I mean, too. They'll obviously be exclusive, but like third-party, maybe we'll get that Watch Dogs Legion, maybe Watch Dogs Legion will come out for it, maybe the new Assassin's Creed. I'm mainly listing Ubisoft titles here, Call of Duty, you know, so there's definitely examples of games that can happen, but 2021, when I look at it, is really the year that, like, yes, a lot of games are going to release in 2021. I've talked about that a lot. I feel like these next couple months of 2020 is where we're going to hear about a lot of the games that have, honestly, Mafia 4 is one of those games. To get back to the central idea of this video, Mafia 4 is one of those games that's like, largely, it's been in the shadows, right? We've heard about it through leaks. There has been a lot of, mainstream, I guess, talk about it over the last little while because of, like, the big leaks that, like, yeah, it's real and it's happening. So, like, yeah, it has been talked about a little bit more, but still, for most of the population, they don't know that this game exists, right? And I think you can say that for a lot of games that are in the shadows for next gen. So you can fathom that the game would probably come out in that first full year of next generation consoles. Now, everything I just said for Mafia 4 truly can be applied for GTA 6. I know for the longest time, we've made GTA 6 leak videos before. We've talked about potential release dates. We talked about Bully 2 as well. I guess if you want to assume, and for this video, we're assuming GTA 6 comes first, okay? So I'm actually a really big fan of Bully. I would prefer Bully 2 over GTA 6. I want Bully 2 to come out before GTA 6. But for the purposes of this video and this discussion, we're going to assume GTA 6 is coming out first or that Bully 2 doesn't exist, whatever you want to think. I think, again, everything I said, you could say it for GTA 6. It's a big game. We know from rumors. Now, there's been some GTA 6 has had conflicting rumors, and they've also had conflicting statements even from what people have said, or I guess the rumors contradict what people have said. We've even had, back when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, we've had people that worked at Rockstar saying, we don't think that the time is right or the political climate is right for a GTA 6. So we've even had people give statements that contradict. At the same time, we've talked about a lot, game developers lie literally all the time. So just because they say it, same thing with like a Rocksteady, just because they say they're not making a Superman game, maybe they are. You don't actually know. They have to lie because, keeping secrets in the game industry is part of, I guess, kind of the job description. So just because they say that, I think it's one of the worst kept secrets in the world that, yeah, GTA 6 is 1,000% happening. It's probably have been, being made for the past several years. And that's the thing, is in these rumors, in these leaks, we've heard a lot about a possible GTA 6. We've heard rumored locations. We've heard rumored things that you're going to be able to do in it. And more than any of that is we've heard that it's closer than we all think. That's kind of always been the story with GTA 6, is it's closer than a lot of us think it is. Now, does that mean it could come out in the fall of 2020 for next gen? And the reason I'm saying that is if GTA 6 is coming out first, it would either have to come out in the fall or just generally in 2021 before Mafia 4. And the reason, by the way, maybe I should have said this at the beginning, but honestly, the reason I bring it up, the reason why it's even a thing, yeah, it's because Take-Two owns both, okay? It's because eventually, they own Mafia, they own GTA, and they're going to conflict. But the reason I bring it up is Mafia, and I talked about this in that Mafia 4 discussion video, it's always been kind of under the wings or overlooked because of GTA, right? It's not a GTA clone, but it also doesn't do enough, in my opinion, honestly. And again, I've seen so many people say like Mafia 2 is the best one, which I've seen, and I've remembered people saying that for a very, very long time. So I'm not saying it's a bad franchise, by the way. I'm not saying that at all. But in my opinion, what Mafia has always struggled with in terms of the large game buyers, right? People that are buying video games. It's always struggled because it's close to GTA without being GTA, without literally being in itself GTA. A reason why Saints Row has managed to be successful, again, in a large gaming audience, is you think of it a little bit like GTA, but it's like the fun, doesn't care about itself, does all things really wacky and crazy kind of GTA, right? And they've embraced that. That's what Saints Row is, and what Mafia 4, again, to a large, and that's why, these games, especially Mafia 3, did not do very well. Firstly, it didn't do very well in terms of like reviews. It got very average review scores across the board, critically, and from like game journalists, which you don't always trust for sure, but also just from people that played the game. And also, it did not sell very well at all, or at least it did not sell up to their expectations. And again, I'm not saying it's because it's a bad game. I'm not saying it is a bad game. I'm saying that in order to do something with it, it needs to be different than GTA. It needs to stand out and actually be unique. And again, I've heard Mafia 2 is that. That's what Mafia 2 was. So connecting it back to this video, a big problem is going to be, well, firstly, if it's too much like Mafia 3. Now, the rumors of Mafia 4 sound really cool, being able to like own casinos and own gambling stuff and being able to like literally like kind of like build a town and all that kind of, like, that sounds really cool, and that in itself is a little bit different than GTA. So right there, I feel like, and there's gonna be a time period gap, all those, again, rumors that we heard of Mafia, they sound really cool, they sound intriguing, they sound like they're trying to do things different. But here's the catch: at the same time, they can do as many things different, but history, people are always going to remember what's happened over the past couple of years, or like the last installment of Mafia, I should say. And also, if it's close to GTA in terms of release, it's really not going to matter how much it is different than GTA. Because again, literally just what I said. One, it'll be too close to GTA. If it's even within the same like 6 to 8 months of GTA, I feel like that's too close to GTA. And secondly, and the second part connects directly to that, people still have that kind of thought that, oh, it's like a poor man's GTA. It's trying to do some things, but yeah, it's trying to do other things, but it doesn't really do them all that well. And I feel like that's greatly going to hurt the game. Now, the good news is it's the same ownership. The same people that own Mafia own GTA. And the problem with Mafia 3 wasn't that it was anywhere close to GTA, because it wasn't, right? It was multiple years after. But a problem was just it was kind of uninspiring. It just flat out wasn't even all that good. So with Mafia 4, they have it sounds like, and we won't know fully until we see it, obviously, but it sounds like they have the diversity, literally being different than GTA. They have, showing that they're learning from their past and doing things differently with this game. But now the problem of, well, it sounds like both games are very close. Again, rumors or leaks have said Mafia 4 is 2021. All of those things I said in the beginning of this video is 2021 is a year where a lot of next-gen games are going to come out. And I'm just comparing it to GTA. There's other games that could probably hurt Mafia in general. And if 2021 is like an avalanche of video games, some are just going to fall by the wayside, and you're going to forget that they came out, and Mafia could be one of them if they're not careful. It's just that GTA, it's that big example. It's the game that's pretty close to it for all those reasons that I said. So now I think they're going to run into a problem where it could be like, well, it sounds like GTA 6 also is in 2021. Even if it's not GTA, even if it's Bully 2, I think honestly the same problems. It's a little bit further away from it just because of what Bully is, but it's still kind of close. So it's going to be really interesting to watch. It's going to be even more interesting to see when they get announced. If this E3 is, again, if next year, if 2021 is an avalanche of games releasing, that means 2020 is an avalanche of games being announced and games getting release dates and knowledge that games exist and seeing gameplay and all that stuff. That's what 2020 is. And if that's the case, we could actually see Mafia 4 and GTA 6 be announced close to each other. And at the end of the day, it's tough to predict if GTA will actually come out first. We don't know. From as far as I know, I don't think there's been ever like a label like this is a leak that this is when we think it's going to come out. All we kind of know is it's coming out sooner than we all think. I think 2021, though, is the year that we get a new game from Rockstar, whether it's Bully 2 or whether it's GTA. So by that logic, it could actually very well come out before Mafia 4. So we will have to wait and see, though. Guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Will GTA 6 hurt Mafia 4 if they come out too close together? Which one are you looking forward to? All those kind of things, let us know in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And thank you, as always, for watching. I do want to be covering GTA 6 and Mafia 4 more in future videos, so make sure you guys are liking this video, sharing it, commenting, all that kind of stuff to show me that you like these videos, and I'll absolutely make more of them, okay? So again, thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next video.